Vargas, and this is part 3 of my platformer video tutorial. And in today's video, we are going to make a custom background for our level, and we are also going to add collectibles. So I'm going to do edit game, and let's start with the background first. So to do a background, we're going to go to the background layer. And then you can just click in the top left corner, hit create, and we're gonna call this level 1 BG. And then we're gonna do edit sprite. And you can either upload a background if you want, or you can just draw your own. If you upload one, you just have to make sure it's the dimensions of your screen. So if you've been following my tutorial, your screen is 640 by 480. But I'm actually going to draw a background. So I'm going to hit the resize button. I'm going to set the height to the size of my game screen, which is 15. And I'm going to set the width to 20. Okay. Then I'm just going to press the pencil tool to get out of there. And I'm going to press the trash can to erase this block over there. And for my background, let me just zoom in a little bit. For my background, in an effort to be quick, I'm just going to draw some wavy lines and use the paint bucket tool to fill stuff in. But you can take your time, do a very detailed drawing. The background is always there, so it's a visual item that the player is going to see over and over again. But I'm going to use the pencil tool, and I am going to pick just a random color over here. My first level takes place on Mars, so I'm going to go for like reddish and brown tones. And then I'm just going to draw some wavy lines. So some wavy lines, and then I'll use the paint bucket tool to just fill it in. It's just an easy way to add some color to our background. And again, you can do this in a different art program if you want, like a Photoshop, and then import it. Just make sure it's the right size. All right, I'm gonna do one more up here. Then I'm just gonna fill this in with I'm gonna use the paint bucket tool, and maybe I'll start with like a darker shade down here. Do maybe this shade right here, this lighter shade over here. Maybe I'll do a red over here. Maybe this orangey color, and this light shade up here. And I think I'll add the sun, so I'm going to use a circle tool. I'm going to use color fill, pick a nice yellow over here. And I'm just going to draw like a circle over here. This is the sun from Mars. So I'm going to press OK, and I'm going to press OK. And there is one other thing you need to change. So I'm going to go to Game World. Now, I've already made this change. So, but if you've been following my tutorial, I haven't covered this yet. So it's just one quick little setting. In fact, let me go in and change it to what it probably is in your game. In your game, it's probably this thing called parallax. It's probably set to 100, and that's the default. And the problem with that is, look at my background. It doesn't follow you. So you need to go into your character's code, find this camera object that we added in the previous step, and just set this parallax to 0. And once you do that, then the camera will follow you, or the background will follow you. All right. So last step, or last part of this step, is going to be a collectible. So I'm just going to click right here, and I'm going to do create. And my collectible is going to be called Alien Tech. So this is part of my storyline, that when like kind of a secondary goal, collect alien tech to help us fight these aliens that we're going to be creating. So my alien tech, I'm going to go to physics. I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to take off solid, and I'm going to enable collisions. And I don't like to make collectibles solid because it messes up your momentum. Even if the collectible destroys itself when you run into it, it kind of like affects your momentum, and I don't want it to do that. So let me go back to properties, And let's draw our alien tech. So I'm gonna keep the size to 1 grid because collectibles are usually not that large. I'm gonna press delete, and I am going to do an outline. Let me change the grid size to 1. And I'm gonna do kind of like a circuit board. And I kind of wanted to make a straight line, but I just messed up right there, but I'm gonna just leave it. So this is our alien tech. Maybe do like a little angle on it. And then I'll fill this in with another shade of green. And I will add maybe some color over here. I'm gonna do like a red square, maybe a blue square over here. And here another red, maybe some more blue over here. And then I'll do maybe like some black wires connecting it. All right, and let me see, anything else we want to add? I think that's fine. Maybe I'll do something over here. All right, so this is my alien tech, and this is going to be my collectible. And let's see, for coding, let's go to behaviors. And for now, all we're going to make it do is whenever you run into it, it will destroy itself. So collision. And you know what? We should also play a sound. Let's go to components. We're going to do destroy. So whenever the alien tech runs into the player, we are going to destroy the alien tech, and we're also going to play a sound. So let's go to sound. This is going to be the first sound we added to our project. And so whenever the player runs into it, it destroys itself and it plays a sound. So I'm going to click on the sound object. Let's go to choose sound. Let's go to effects. Let's go to 8-bit. And let's see, maybe movement, jumping. And I don't like those jumping ones. Let's go to, in fact, that actually makes me think we should add a jumping sound to our character. Back. Let's instead of movement, let's do back. 8-bit coins, and I'll go with that. Okay, so let's hit play. Let's test this. All right, that looks like it worked well. So now you can clone this and add some collectibles throughout your level. Try to put it in strategic places. Don't make it so easy. Make it maybe like you have to time your jump just perfectly to get it. You know, I'm going to do like a row of collectibles right here. So you have to kind of jump down to get them. So let's test this out. See if we can collect all of our collectibles. If the sound is too loud, you can lower the volume of sound objects. I think I'm going to do that. All right, and that looked pretty good. All right, so you know what else I want to do though before we stop? I just want to add jumping sound to my character. Let's go to behaviors, and let's go to run and jump, open bundle, and right here, this is when you press up, this is what causes you to jump. The up goes here, and then it comes out of this switch, and then this block is making you jump. So I'm gonna add a sound object actually right underneath the impulse, and I'm gonna play a jumping sound. So I'm going to do choose sound, effects, and 8-bit movement, jumping. I'm just gonna go with that first one right there. And you know what? Let's lower the volume. And I'm gonna lower the collectible volume as well. Let's go back over here inside of the collectible behaviors, and let's decrease that sound. All right, I'm gonna press OK. I'm gonna press play. There's my jump sound. All right, and that's it. That's it for part 3 of the platformer tutorial. Thank you for watching.